Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So in this video, we will be discussing about investment banking and how you can make your career in investment banking. So to start with, let me tell you that investment banking is the top most jobs for MBA graduates. So to discuss more about this profession, we have Abhishek with us today, who has 3+ years of experience of working as a banker in Goldman Sachs, which is one of the leading investment banks in the world. He joined the company right after his graduation from Bits Pilani. So if you want to make your career in investment banking, please do watch the video till the end and do not forget to like, share and subscribe the video. Especially share the video with your friends who always talk about investments, making money, getting rich. So without any further ado, let's get started.
There's nothing like a stupid question.
So like people relate investment banking to be super rich, right? So what's your take on that? What is the career path? Like what is the hierarchy? From where do you start and from till where can you see yourself in few years?
If anyone is looking to go into investment banking, go for it. I think it's a wonderful industry.
Zindagi na milegi
Yeah.
dobara. In
Yeah.
that Hrithik Roshan is always constantly on the phone and he's like super rich, but he like whenever he's talking to his friends, he's on phone and like. So we have Abhishek with us today. Hi Abhishek and welcome to the channel.
Hi, Arohi. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. So I'm personally very much excited for this podcast because I'll tell the audience that I interned in Goldman Sachs for 6 months and I worked very closely with Abhishek. And I can tell you that he has a lot to tell you and you can learn a lot from him. So this podcast will be very much helpful for people who want to make big in investment banking or who want to just see what investment bankers do, how much do they earn, or like what is their work and life balance.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So like can you tell the audience what does an investment bankers actually do? Because I think most of the people don't exactly know this thing.
So, yeah. So traditionally, like if you talk to people about investment banking, they straight away go to mergers and acquisitions, which is one of the
Yeah.
flagship things an investment banker does. But investment banking is like much more than that. We offer advisory and product, or a full range of advisory and products to our clients. So obviously the flagship products are M&A, helping them with mergers and acquisitions. But we also do financing activities. We help our clients raise money via various products, debt, equity, IPOs, and other products. As well as we also provide them some financial advisory, like about the business, how their business is doing, how their peers are doing, investor positioning, market positioning, what should their capital structure look like, if their debt levels are right or not. So we provide a various advisories as well, which may not technically fall under any product, but in general advisory to build long-term client relationships.
Okay, so we can say that it's broadly divided into two things. One is financing and other is merger and acquisitions. That's the broad division.
Yeah, but I think I would add one more category, which would say client servicing, which
Okay.
In which we help client on various advisory services, which may not relate to any of the particular products.
Okay.
We just have a client relationship and a client may ask, how are our peers doing? So it's not an M&A, it's not an M&A suit, it's not a financing suit, it's just an advisory service. So in gen, client servicing I would bucket as a third service,
Yeah.
which also takes up like quite a bit of amount of time.
Yeah. So I'll just tell the viewers what does an M&A actually means. Basically, merger and acquisitions is when a company wants to acquire a particular company or two company come together like Vodafone and Idea. That was a merger, right? So these sort of activities is known as M&A, and investment bankers are the one who facilitates these activities. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right. So we also do some similar transaction which may basically which will come under M&A, but not exactly our mergers and acquisition. For example, spin-offs.
Yeah.
Any divestiture, you basically are separating one of your subsidiaries. So that will also come under M&A, but yeah, you are more or less right. Yeah.
Okay. So, like you work in one of the leading banks in the industry, and I think it's a dream for many of the MBA grads to work in Goldman Sachs. How do you feel about it?
I think I got lucky because usually right after graduation you don't get into investment banking, especially in a
Yeah,
top tier bank.
yeah,
And I was lucky that my this program started in my college. Like the
yeah.
Goldman Sachs started coming for campus placements and internships. So I think I got lucky in terms of that. But yeah, it's super excited. The environment is super good. People are really nice. It's very talented, and you get to learn a lot in comparison to any other boutique bank you might find, because of the level of activity you see, the level of work you see here, the quality of work you see here.
Okay. So, like, can you like tell the people a bit about the office culture?
So yeah, so in general, investment banking is a competitive industry. um, it's very supportive in terms of your growth. You get to learn a lot so quickly that you grow tremendously in investment banking in general. Goldman Sachs is a very good company for that. You get to work with directly senior people, senior bankers in the team, abroad, maybe onshore, maybe offshore. A variety of industries. People are really nice. They're super talented, and they help you in everything. So there's nothing like a stupid question. There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
So you, I think the learning curve is basic. You just ask questions, and they will always help you. So I think one of the best places to be in investment banking, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, I can relate to that. So, and I can also add to that that the office is really good and it's like pretty new. It's been like 2-3 years for to the Bangalore office, and it's like really high tech.
Yeah. So we had the previous office. So Bangalore. So basically, Goldman Sachs in Bangalore has been since 2004. It
Hmm.
was an old office, and in 2019 they moved to this office, and it's a super spacious, luxurious, I would say, compared to the old one. So yeah, that's nice to feel like from a workplace point of view.
And like, so what happened with me whenever I thought of investment banking and when I got selected in Goldman Sachs, I had this image in mind. I think, like, have you watched that movie ZNMD? Zindagi Na Milegi
Yeah,
Dobara. In
yeah,
in that Hrithik Roshan is always constantly on the phone and he's like super rich, but he like whenever he's talking to his friends, he's on phone. And like there was this scene when he stopped the car and was attending a meeting. So like it's pretty hectic, right? So is it like that in reality?
so I would say, so it is intense. Investment banking is intense. There is no lie about that. Um, but as you grow into investment banking, as you become a senior person in your team, you get to have more flexibility. You have a lot of flexibility in terms of working hours, where you want to work. You get to travel a lot to meet your different clients all over the place. So it's an intense industry, definitely. But but obviously the flip side is you get to learn a lot so quickly. You can grow. You can in your initial stages of your career, like few years down the line, you can be a very senior person in your team as well. So yeah, it's competitive, and it's a bit hectic, but I would say it's same everywhere. So
Yeah.
banking is, it's like that. You have to be competitive, you have to be on top of things for your clients. Your clients rely on you for a lot of things. There are a lot of regulatory things as well, regulatory aspects you have to maintain. So I think it's just how the industry is.
So like what is the average working hour for every day?
So it varies. So during peak times, you'll pull a good amount of work every day, but there are also downtimes. So downtimes are can go. It can be very random, and it can be seasonal as well. Like currently, summers are going on in the west, so it's a bit of the down. It's a bit of the downtime, and as soon as the summer ends, your clients will be back, your investors will be back, so you are picking up more activity. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's very hectic, because if we compare a regular job which has a normal working hours but regularly, I would put it slightly above that only, not that much, because you have downtimes as well. While in a regular job, you'll mostly have constant working hours
Yeah.
on a day-to-day basis. But in investment banking, you'll have peaks and you'll have lows. So I think it balances out pretty evenly.
So like peaks can go up to 16 to 17 hours and downs like 8 to 9
It
hours.
depends on, yeah. So if you have executions when you are delivering, so your client is also, working that much, your bankers are working that much, your legal teams are
Yeah.
working that much. So if you are on a live project which is a very landmark transaction, it can go up to it. But it's not like it's just the investment banking investment bankers working on it. Your clients are dedicated on the same level. So it's basically it's a very quid pro quo.
Okay. So like people relate investment banking to be super rich, right? So what's your take on that?
I would not promote it directly, but I
Okay.
would definitely say it compensates you on the level of work, on the quality of work, on the level of work you do, on the it you can relate basically directly to value creation.
Hmm.
So in any industry, if you are at the chain at the supply chain where you create value, um, you would basically benefit in terms of compensation in line with that. So definitely it's aligned with the amount of hard work you put, the quality of your bank, the quality of your company, the quality of clients you have. So it's an amalgamation of that. So obviously at you'll find but I would not say that top banks are the ones who pay the highest. I would say investment banking in general, even if it's a boutique bank,
Yeah.
mid-sized bank, you'll find it at similar level, depending on who your clients are.
Hmm.
So if your clients are big, if you're getting big transactions, your revenues would be higher, and the quality of work and the quantity of work you do will be higher. The amount of hard work you'll be putting in is higher, and you'll be rewarded in terms of that, and just in line with that. So if we say if we quantify in terms of the amount of compensation you get for your hard work, I think it would be in line with the other industries, because the amount of work you need to put in is higher.
Hmm.
So I think I would not say it's but yeah, definitely um, as you grow into investment banking, as you become a very senior bankers, your compensation is directly related to the business you bring into the company.
Hmm.
So again, the amount of hard work you put, you will be rewarded the same.
Okay. So like, is there any idea or average package or like salary or bonus
Actually,
in a
actually,
year?
it varies a lot. I have seen in India only. It varies a lot. Um, yeah, so it actually varies a lot. I don't think I can have a specific number on that
Okay. Okay.
for bank wise, but it actually varies a lot. But I would say it's a good pay job. If you get into even a mid-sized boutique bank, it's a good job. If you and if you want to do investment banking, you can size it, you can enter into any level, and you can grow
Hmm.
into any level you want to be. It does not depends on the size of bank you work with.
Yeah.
So
So talking about levels, can you tell the viewers what is the career path? Like, what is the hierarchy? From where do you start, and from till where can you see yourself in few years?
So yeah, if you will just strictly talk about investment banking growth path in investment banking, so you start as an analyst at an
Hmm.
analyst level, and depends on the number of hierarchies in your bank, but you take few years, couple of years, or maybe 3 to 4 years, you become an associate. Then you
Hmm.
put your work into the associate level, you become a vice president or executive directors. Then you move into the managing director role, and after that, if everything goes well for you, everything goes well in the economy, the bank, everything, you can become a partner as well. And you just don't assume and I would say, as you grow senior, you just don't assume one single role.
Hmm.
uh, in a big banks, so as you grow senior, you assume multiple roles. So you'll be looking after multiple divisions within the investment banking, multiple subdivision, multiple sectors, multiple teams. So yeah, it's you as you grow senior, when you start out, you work with a couple of things only. You focus yourself on a particular product, on a particular team or particular sector, anything, but just one or two things. But as you grow senior, you get to know about a broader picture, a lot of sectors, a lot of products, a lot of geographies as well. So yeah, that's the career path into investment banking only, if you look at just investment banking.
Okay. And what is the point from where you start pitching directly to the clients?
I think I think uh, if uh, if we talk about high level things, like if we talk about simple market updates, if we talk about small things, then I think at an analyst level only your interaction begins with the client.
Yeah.
As soon as you develop your reputation as someone can be as you could be trusted, and you are a hardworking person, your engagement with clients start. So you start sending out emails to clients directly. So you call them on setting up things. So your interaction with clients begin at a very early stage in your career only. But yeah, as you move forward, as you become associate, a senior associate, you start taking the lead on meetings, on directly big meetings, on which there are a lot of people, a lot of stakeholders from your clients, from your bank. There are senior bankers as well, but you start working, you start pitching it directly.
Yeah. And what is the advice would you like to give someone who is aspiring to be an investment banker currently?
So I would just say, in investment banking needs like couple of things only from you. So the the skills you'll develop along the way, financial modeling, valuation, uh, reading about the market industry, I think you'll develop it along the way. um, what you need to have is basically willingness to be in investment banking. Investment banking needs hard work, dedication from your side, your interest in the investment banking, not just investment banking, but in general about how the where the world is going, where the economies are going, where industries are going, where there is innovation. You need to have interest into that if you want to grow into investment banking. And not just investment banking, if you see the related industries, if you see venture capitalism, private equity,
Yeah.
investment management, portfolio management, all these require you to be dedicated, hardworking, and most of all, you should be interested. You should be loving what you are doing, because otherwise it will drain you. You won't be able to you won't you it is likely that you will quit after some time if you don't have. And that's I think true for every industry. If you don't like it, you'll keep switching. Every few years you'll keep switching. So I would say, go into investment if you really if you really have an interest.
Hmm.
And you just need hard work, you just need dedication, you just need focus. And I think all the other skills you just develop on the way.
Yeah, true. And like I have heard from a lot of my friends and people that when you work intensively on a deal and when it actually gets launched, you feel very much involved and like you have made an impact or something like that. So can you tell me like how do you feel when your deal is out?
So definitely, like I work on financing deals. I help clients, corporates, banks raise money from the market. So it really feels good because you work on a deal for many months. You work on every aspect of it from an investment banking point. You work on the legal side, compliance side, you work on the actual deal, you work on maintaining client relationship. And when you see those many months of hard work actually going into actually delivering, actually giving some output, then it is, I think it's a true moment of happiness, because you need your work um, to be actually coming out of
Yeah.
as output. You need your work to be useful. You don't want working on a deal for months and months on end, and at the end it just breaks down. You don't want to do it. It's like software engineering. You're building a software, and at the end it does not go out.
Yeah.
So it's like anything. If you are putting some work into something, you want it to be out, you want to be published, you want to be um, to give some output. Maybe it is not coming out in public, but
Mhm.
you'll know that it has delivered. Your clients know that you have delivered something that they wanted
Yeah.
you to do. So yeah.
Also, there is this, I think, trend in the industry that when you are young, you get into investment banking, you work there for like 6, 7 years, and then you like leave the bank and then you start something of your own or like that. So, like, what is the exit opportunities in investment bank? Like, when you quit it, what are the things you do after that?
So um, in investment banking, if you're looking to exit the industry, there are a variety of options.
Hmm.
If we just look at related fields, so
Yeah.
as I already mentioned, you have private equity. You can
Hmm.
go to a private equity. You can form a private equity on your own if that's something what you want to do. You have venture capitalism. Then you have so you have portfolio management, mutual funds, fixed income, pension funds. You have investment management, which may include the private funds as well, like managing infrastructure projects. Then there are other opportunities which are not related to your investment banking, not directly as in. So there could be strategy teams. You can work into corporate development, corporate strategy of a particular company, investor relations. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much it, uh, which are directly related to investment banking. But I think if you grow into investment banking, you'll have a lot of skills, not just finance skills, but a lot of people skills, a lot of
Yeah.
personality traits, using which you can get into, I think, anything.
So, like, what is the opportunity if you want to like settle abroad via this route?
You can so you can get into investment banking directly as well if you want to settle abroad.
Mm-hmm.
If you find a company which is willing to sponsor you,
Hmm.
so it's not like you cannot find it. You can find it in any other company as well who is just willing to sponsor you.
Yeah.
um, or or the other option is you can go to masters abroad. You can do your
Hmm.
masters from there, or you can do from undergrad from there. Whatever degree you want to pursue, you can pursue from there, and you can directly find a job from that line.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you have anything from your side to tell the
I
viewers?
think I would just add, if anyone is looking to go into investment banking, go for it. I think it's a wonderful industry. You get to the best part about investment banking is you work on everything. You work on a lot of industries, a lot of sectors, a lot of geographies, with a lot of clients, different clients, a lot of very large clients, very large corporates, governments. You work with smaller clients, mid-market industries. So you work with the buy side, you work with investors whom you. So I think it's a place where you get to know a lot of perspectives about everything. So I would just say keep doing the hard work, keep pushing, and definitely you'll make it big into investment banking.
Okay. I think this podcast would be very much helpful for all the people who wanted to get to know more about investment banking and get into it. Thank you, Abhishek, for your time.
Thank you, Arohi, for having me. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.